Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful morning. And boy, do we have a lot to do. Oh, things are moving quickly. Let's walk over here and show you what's going on. Well, we spent some money and things have changed around the farm. Old Randy's moved out. Got him a little apartment down in town. You notice the barn dominium is gone. And we've put in a new shed. Open shed. Lets us get our equipment moved around quite a bit easier. Although it doesn't have any walls, it might be tough this winter out here working under the barn, but we've got it, and we've actually got another item, which is really, really exciting. Old Randy's, he's got his motorcycle parked under here. He must be around the farm somewhere. It's early this morning, and we've got to get going. But we've put in this seed cleaner machine. Now, we had the contractor place it underneath the shed. That way it stays fairly dry and out of the weather. It's a self-contained unit, so it doesn't really matter too much, but I wanted to protect it just as much as we can. So we've got the pipe over here on the side. That's where the seeds will discharge. We've got to put in our seed treating liquid, and then we'll dump our seeds in here, and it has a big storage tank here to hold all of the seeds until we empty it out. So yeah, that cost me a pretty penny. Sure did. But we've got that installed now, and hopefully that is going to make for some very, very good profits. You see, we've got all the equipment moved out here under the shed. Oh, and we put in a couple of silos here. Now, you may wonder, where is the greenhouse? Well, we tore it down. It was too far gone, too much damage to it after the tree felling incident by Randy. And so decided to go ahead and just tear it down, cut my losses. Got a little bit back in scrap metal from it, about $9,000 we sold off for scrap. So got that. Also made just a little bit of money, probably about that much as well, when we sold the barn dominium. Basically just in lumber reclamation cost, I guess you could say. So we got that and put all that towards the new facilities. Now, it did strap me just a bit because I ended up buying that field across the road over there, the wheat field. Ended up buying it, so got down pretty low. Thought we was going to end up struggling a bit to try and get all of the equipment leased that we need for this harvest. So I ended up running down to the bank, taking out just a $25,000 loan. I think that would be enough to get me by. Now, the silage bales that we wrapped up, we just left in the field. They're not quite ready yet. We can probably sell those just as soon as they are. May not make as much money as we would if we hold on to them later, but it would be a source of cash coming up real soon if we need it. So I'm going to, I'm going to hop in the truck here and going down to the shop. Oh shoot, my phone's ringing here. Hold on one second. Oh, it's Roger. It's Roger from down at the shop. Man, he's calling me early. Hello?
Hey there, Mr. Mike.
Hey, Roger. How's it going?
Going good. You ready for your equipment?
Yeah, I think we are. We need to get going. I'm surprised you're at work this early.
Yep, big day. Everyone's getting their harvest stuff ready, so we're in early. Yep.
Well, yeah, everybody's probably up early today. It's a big day around the area.
Yep. Well, we'll be sending that equipment down if you're ready for it.
Yeah. So we got a combine coming and a tractor and a trailer. Is that right?
Yep, and a swather.
What? A swather? What is that?
That's what you need to get your crops in.
I'm not familiar with that, Roger.
Yep. I tell you what, I got another call. Let me call you back in a few minutes. I'll explain it to you.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Roger. Now, what is he talking about, a swather? Huh. Well, I guess I don't need to go down to the shop now. Well, let me walk around here and make sure, see if I can find Randy. We'll get ready. I guess they're going to bring it down. I need to look up and see what a swather is. Maybe Roger will call me back here in a few minutes. Well, they do things just a little bit different up here. I got off the phone with Roger. You see, I've got all the equipment up here. He's brought it all up. They had a crew deliver it for me. Saved me a bunch of time. They already had it kind of ready to go. So that actually worked out. They have a really good service up there at that shop. Really good. Anyhow, got off the phone with Roger. And he said that what I need to do is use a swather, the wheat. Get it on the ground, let it start drying. He said it just won't get dry enough up here on its own. So let's go ahead and hop in here. And we'll get this thing fired up. So I've sent Randy down to the shop because one thing we forgot is an auger. We have no way to get our crop into the silo. So you see there is a New Holland tractor and a trailer. We've got that leased out. We have got the New Holland combine over there. That has the header behind it. And then we've got the pickup header there on the front of it. We actually have to get 2 headers. Because after I get done swathing, we're going to have to come along and use the pickup header to get it up off the field. But we got to let it dry out a little bit before we can do that. So we've got the lentils planted over here in this field. It's ready to go to be harvested. So we'll use the combine to get that up. And then we also have some sorghum we need to harvest as well. So we've got a lot of work to do. But first, I need to get going on the swathing. Try to get that done so that we can start drying out the wheat. So we'll head on down the road here a bit and get to the field. Let's lower this down a bit so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, Roger, he called me up and well, he was kind of shocked that I didn't know about the swathing. But anyhow, we've got all the equipment. It cost me a small fortune to lease all of this, but hopefully we'll get a really good return on the crop. So this is the field here just across from the farm. It's the one I picked up. It's good to go, ready to be harvested. So let's go ahead and try and get this going. He said this swather will move along pretty quick. All it's doing is just chopping it off, and we should be getting a row. Should be dropping it down the middle there. Let's look behind us and see. Oh, can't we see? Let me lift up in the seat here. I cannot see. You know what? Let me turn the header off. Let's hop out of here. Yep, there we go. So yeah, there's all the wheat. You see the wheat there in just a row, and it's kind of like hay. We're just gonna let it sit out and dry for a bit. And then we'll come along with a harvester and pick it up and let the harvester go ahead and thresh it and get the wheat out separated from the straw. He did say that would increase our yield a bit. Just having it dried out, the harvester can do a little bit better job and we'll get better yield. So I'm excited about that. I hated we had to double up on our efforts, the extra work we'll have to do running through the field, but hey, if we can get a little bit more yield out of it, it may end up being worth it. So yeah, Randy is up to the shop to get an auger of some sort. Hopefully we can get something. I don't think we need a really big auger. Those bins we put in were not very big. So hopefully he can get something picked up, because we will need that today. There's no doubt about it. Well, this is actually going really smoothly. This machine handles really well. But we have a lot to do. A whole lot to do. So, we'll carry on with this for a bit. See what kind of progress we make.
All I want in this whole life, a little red house in a country wife, a picnic table out on the lawn, a couple of kids and a couple of dogs. Work all day to 5:30, a chain link fence and a gravel drive. The wind chime ringing on my front porch, a brand new carpet on every floor, and a rope swing tied around a limb of a tall oak tree. It don't sound like much, but it sure is heaven to me. A big bathtub in my bathroom, microwave, dishwasher too. The folks say hi when they pass on the street. A clean pair of socks every day of the week. A big soft chair for when I'm old. Tackle box and a fishing pole. I don't care about the fortune or fame. I just don't wanna know my mailman's name. At Christmas time, I'm gonna leave him a gingerbread cookie. It don't sound like much, but it sure is.
Well, I've been driving this thing across the field here and making, well, we're making rows, but figured something out. Started playing with some buttons here inside the machine, and I figured out you can actually change up the way this thing drops the swath. Currently it's set up to drop it down the middle, but I found out there is a switch. You can drop it to the left or to the right. And I think what I'm going to do is I want to go down this row here, drop it to the right, and then we'll come back and see what happens if we can drop it back down beside it again. That might let us double up a pass on dropping the swath down, and we'll be able to save a little bit of time coming back with the harvester. So we will give that a shot. Let's see what happens here. Just going to go in a straight line on down to the end of this row. We get turned around here. Let's see. Have a little bit of an overlap. Alright, let's see what happens here. I believe, yeah, look at that. So we did 2 passes, leaving 1 swath. So it'll be less than we have to come back and pick up with harvester. Work smarter, not harder, right?
Every now and then go on a vacation, big radio and a country station, hot dog grilling in the noonday sun, drink a little beer, boy, have a little fun. Some folks worry about getting hit, but I'm gonna live a little before I'm dead. And anyway they say the best things in life are free. It don't sound like much, but it sure is heaven to me.
Hello? Hey, Randy. Hey, Miss Mike, how you doing? Well, I'm doing good, Randy. How about yourself? Oh, I'm doing just fine. What you need? Well, I'm just checking in with you, see if you've got a auger. Maybe I got with Roger, got an auger set up to be delivered down here to the farm? Oh, yeah, I ain't got to that yet. Randy, what have you been doing? I swung by up here and visiting with my old girl. Randy, now, we got to get this stuff going here. It's harvest time. You can't be goofing off. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing that. No? Can you get down to the shop right away and try to figure out if we can get an auger? If we can't get an auger, we are going to be in a world of trouble. Yeah, I'll head down that way here directly. All right, Randy, let me know what you find out just as soon as you do. Yes, sir, we will. Boy, that Randy, I'll tell you what, it may have been a mistake letting him come up here and work for me. Yeah, I was just standing out here taking a little break. Moved the swather over here to this other wheat field we have. Now, I couldn't go through the farm because we have all of the sorghum planted. It kind of blocks the path, so I did have to bring it around down the road. That was a little bit scary with this wide header. But we was able to get down here fairly safely, and we're going to get going here on the field. And as you just heard, we're just on the phone with Randy, and he has not found us an auger yet, so I sure hope we can. I tell you what, that'll be a problem if we can't get the crops there into the silos. So yep, we're going to get going on this field here and try and get it knocked out. Hopefully Randy get us an auger. Well, Randy pulled through. He got us an auger. I tell you what, that joker, always something with him. But I decided to go ahead and let him finish doing the swathing over there in that wheat field, and I decided to go ahead and start loading in some of this chemical into our seed treating machine. That way we'll be all set and ready for when we're loading it with our crop to make some seeds. So we'll get that loading in there. Nice thing about it is under this shed, and that is going to make it hopefully last a little bit longer, but also not have to worry too much about the rain or inclement weather. So this is the auger here that I have here on the farm. This old Westfield auger, AGI Westfield, and I think it'll reach up into those bins no problem. It's a little bit larger than we really need, but let's go ahead and hook to that thing, and we'll get it moved into position, and then that way we'll have the auger set up. I think what we're going to end up doing is putting these lentils into the auger, because they won't have a very good price until later on, probably next year. So that actually poses a problem to me. I'm not sure if we can wait that long to sell them, but anyhow, we will see what we need to do there. We'll put them in there and hopefully have enough time to have the price come up a little bit so that we can sell them. So let me get this hooked up here real quick, and then we'll try and get this moved. I think we're going to put it on that first one there to the left. Alright, that looks pretty good there. I think that'll work. Looks to be pretty centered over that intake chute. So yeah, what we'll do is pull around over here. We can empty into the tray, and we'll leave the international hooked up to it, and that way we'll have a tractor to run the auger. So we got Randy out in the wheat field back that way. He has got a ways to go to get that done, and so what we need to do now is hook to the header over here and get ready to start harvesting some of these lentils. So we will get on that here very soon. I'm going to go get this equipment sorted around, and I'll have that ready to go very soon.
Sound like much, but sure it's happening. No, it don't sound